So I'm gonna show you how I made the Evangelion Redemption, okay? So I'm just gonna show you the code, and then I'll show you what I actually had to add into OBS, because it's even worse. So here's the code. You don't have to use code to do this, but I'll tell you why I did it in code, okay? Here's the code. That's it. That's all of that. Now you might be wondering, okay, what does that code actually mean? Okay, what the fuck does that actually mean? So if you can see here, like don't be afraid by the fact that it's code, okay? These are really just the same things that you do in StreamerBot. Like when you right click and you say like turn source on and off or turn filter on and off, I'm really just doing that just in code, right? So you can see a lot of this is like show source, show filter, you know, it's really just like the basic stuff. But the reason why I did it in code was because if I want to move big sections of the code all at once, like let's just say this entire sequence here, if I want to move all of this, I can just cut and then paste it here. Make sense? It allows you to move big chunks of code. If you try to do that with like the native interface here, you'd have to like move everything one by one, and that's really annoying. And when you're doing like a big redeem like the Evangelion thing, you do that a lot. Like you might insert a new step in between, you know, like a new thing, like a filter or something. Like you do a lot of that kind of stuff. Another thing you'll notice with the Evangelion, you guys have seen the Evangelion thing, right? You want me to run it again so you guys can see it? Because one of the details you'll notice is when we run the Evangelion thing, in the background of like my body, it's actually cycling through all of my cameras randomly. So that like it uses like I have like 5 cameras connected right now, and the background is like just my camera's just cycling. It just cycles to a random camera. So if you look here, it's in my code here, some of them here, like here, set random source visible. So this is just like picking a random camera to like cycle to. Okay, so this is just like the code, right? And I had to be very, very, very particular with these weights here. This is why it took so long, because like you have to get the timing immaculate, right? You have to get the timing for everything here to be perfect. And that was the pain in the ass to do. So this is just the code, okay? So then if we go over to OBS, here's what it's actually doing in OBS, okay? So this is my scene that you're on right now, okay?
Okay, Nutty, close
Inside,
your mouth. 3, 2,
Okay,
1.
I'm turning off redeem so I can explain this. Hold up.
Okay, now open your mouth.
No, you open your mouth.
2, 1.
Okay, so here's what's actually happening inside OBS. So here's like my scene that I'm on, and this is my camera, right? This thing here is my camera. You see? This is actually another scene. So if we look here in my scene list, so you know how you can put scenes inside other scenes? This is my camera here. What's this? It's another scene. Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, layer 6, layer 7, layer 8. 8 layers. And then here's a camera A stack. Okay. What the hell is camera A stack? Boom. Camera A stack. It's got 6 cameras in it, because those are my 6 different inputs for my cameras. But wait, we're not even done yet, okay? These aren't even cameras. These are also scenes. Again, this is where you finally find my actual camera. This is where you find the Lumix G7. It's buried like 10 nested scenes deep. And the reason why I did that is because I have a whole bunch of different layers here, right? That I can put like different images on. So like we got one for like the RTX on, like that's just an image source. But that's just to get the layering right. And somewhere in these layers, and I don't even know where I did it, is this thing that says Nut Angel's Thesis, okay? Because the song is Cruel Angel's Thesis. You find a scene here, And if we look at that scene, this is where all the magic happens, all right? Look where, this is where all the magic happens. Here's the scene that says Nut Angel's Thesis. Look how many sources there are. All of these sources are just duplicates of my camera, essentially. So this is a duplicate of my camera, but this one has like a freeze filter on it. So each of these different copies have like different like filters applied, you know? So I had to apply like, dude, the level of detail I went to do this is fucking insane, okay? Like I had to, each individual thing here, I had to add a freeze filter with like the color correction to get the colors right. And then I had to add like this filter to make it cartoony, and then this one to like feather the bottom of the camera. I had to do that for all of this bullshit, okay? I had to do all of that. And then, by the way, in case you didn't notice, like, these ones, you see how, like, it zooms in, like, out like that? So that's because I had to change show in the high transitions for everything to make them all perfect. And that, we're not even halfway done yet, okay? Because after adding all of those sources, I then had to go into here, into the scene, and then I had to add all of these fucking filters everywhere. Okay? So all of these filters are move transition filters, or move source filters. So a move source filter allows you to move an image or source somewhere around. You guys know what move source does, right? So I had to like add all of that shit in, all of these different filters to like move the different copies of my camera that have all the filters to like different spots around the screen, right? And I had to like make sure they're all pixel precise. So I had to do that a million times, and then I had to like connect them all together so that they're in like a sequence. Like there's so much shit going on. So now that you've seen how everything is put together, I knew it. I mean, like, it was pretty obvious I used move transition, all right? But like, but now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run the redeem, and what I want you guys to do is I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention to the sources toggling on and off. Where's it at? Okay, we're gonna have everything open. All right, so I have all of like these are all the sources, and these are all of the filters. I'm gonna run the redeem manually right now, but just pay attention. The whole redeem will happen in this window here. It's not gonna take over the screen, okay? So as I run it, just look at it. Look at all those sources enabling it themselves. Look at the filters going off. Look. Look at it all go off. And then it resets itself at the end. And then that's the end of the redeem. I'm gonna play it once more, okay? And I'll just commentate as it's running full screen. So if we go back here and then we run it again. So look, we're using NVIDIA Broadcast to green screen myself out, you know? Grease filters. Look at the background. See how this is my camera? What? Look at the background, right? Now it's flipping between my cameras. This is all randomized, but it's all timed. It's all timed. It's so painful. So painful. There you go. That's the as short as I could make it. That's the explanation of how the Evangelion thing works. Okay, so you want to copy that now? Yeah, I don't want it anymore. Yeah, okay, I don't want Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. I didn't even explain how to do it. I didn't even explain how to use move source or anything. I just showed you the steps without... We didn't even get... That's like scratches the surface of how you actually do it. So yeah. Have fun with that.